Hi there. I want to talk to you about how to convert a fraction to a decimal by doing division. And I'm going to start with a very easy fraction, and the fraction is 3/4. Now 3/4 is the same as 3 divided by 4. And when I divide 3 by 4, well, 4 goes into 3 no times. And I'm going to put a decimal point, and we're going to keep going with our division. 4 goes into 30 7 times, because 7 times 4 is 28, and there's 2 left over. And 4 goes into 20 5 times with no remainder, and so I can say that 3/4 is the same as 0.75. Let's have another look at another example, and we'll look at the fraction of 5/8. Now 5/8 is the same as 5 divided by 8. And 8 goes into 5 no times. I'll put the decimal point because I'm going to move from units into the tenths column, and we'll keep dividing this way. So 8 goes into 50 6 times, because 6 eighths are 48, and there's 2 left over. 8 goes into 20 twice, because 8 times 2 is 16, and there's 4 left over. And 8 goes into 40 5 times without any remainder, and so 5/8 is the same as 0.625. Alright, let's have another look at a slightly different example. Let's look at the example of 5/11. Okay, now 5/11 is the same as 5 divided by 11. And 11 goes into 5 no times. We'll put the decimal point, and we'll increase to 50. 11 goes into 50 4 times, because 4 times 11 is 44, with 6 left over. 11 goes into 60 5 times, because 5 times 11 is 55, and we've got 5 left over. Now look at what's going to happen here. We're going to increase to 50. 11 goes into 50 4 times. 4 times 11 is 44, with 6 left over. And 11 goes into 60 5 times, with 5 left over. And you see what's going to happen again? Is that this pattern is going to repeat over and over and over again. So we can stop here and say that 5/11 is the same as 0.45, with the 4 and the 5 repeating. So this is a way of creating a decimal from a fraction by doing division. I'll show you one more example with a fairly complicated example, but no different nevertheless. Let's have a look at the fraction of 3/7. 3/7 doesn't look that bad, but let's have a look at it. When I divide 3 by 7, this is what happens. 7 goes into 3 no times. Decimal point, and 30. 7 goes into 30 4 times, because 7 times 4 is 28. We get 2 left over. 7 goes into 20 twice, because 7 twos are 14, and we have 6 left over. 7 goes into 60 8 times, because 8 times 7 is 56, and we have 4 left over. 7 goes into 40 5 times, because 7 fives are 35, and we have 5 left over. 7 goes into 50 7 times, because 7 sevens are 49, and we have 1 left over. And it looks like we have no pattern repeating. Let's just keep on going. 7 goes into 10 once, with 3 left over, and you see now what's happened is that the 3 we had at the very beginning has now come back and repeated. So we can say that 3/7 is the same as 0.42857 with all of those digits repeating. Thanks very much.